Kevin Kelly even said it afterwards that this is Hall of Fame. The way.
If you look at his resume, he now has the scalp of Gennady Golovkin. He's got Shane Mosley. He's got Miguel Cotto. The one blemish on his record was to Floyd Mayweather Jr., who's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Right, when he was still developing. It's absolutely true. So it doesn't count against him.
And he's never been one to shy away from a fight. I think you said when Erislandy Lara was presented to him, the Cuban fighter.
Golden Boy didn't want that.
Hey.
No. And his supporters didn't want it, but he wanted it, and his team supports him. And it was nice that he gave some recognition to Eddie and Chepo Reynoso. They have been with him from day one. They developed him from nothing, as he said, from when he was 13 years old, into a future Hall of Famer and the biggest star, at least from Mexico, but the biggest star in boxing right now.
The new middleweight champion. Desde Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, el Tapatío. Canelo Alvarez. Gets his walk. Ooh, look at that suit. Man, I was going to wear this.
Like gold?
I was going to wear the same thing, but they didn't have my size. No Boxing, No Life is his brand.
Those are the colors, black and gold.
There it is. He stuck to the theme. Canelo Alvarez.
Let's give it up for Canelo, the champion. The unified champion.
He was getting worked on by the doctor. Let's see what his face looks like as he takes the days.
Muchas gracias a todos. Primero quiero agradecer a todos, a toda la gente que siempre ha creído en mí, a toda la gente que ha estado apoyándome durante todo esto y pues en especial a mi equipo y a mi familia. Muchas gracias por todo su apoyo.
I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who's always believed in me. Thank you to everyone who's always supported me. And most of all, thank you to my team and my family. Thank you.
Y pues decir, estoy muy contento por la victoria de hoy. No fue fácil, pero gracias a Dios hicimos el trabajo que teníamos que hacer. Salimos con el objetivo que queríamos. Desgraciadamente no se logró el knockout, pero trabajamos para ganar, gracias a Dios.
Unfortunately, I did everything I did to complete my objective. Unfortunately, we didn't get the knockout, but thank God we walked away with the victory. I'm very happy with it because all the work that we did paid off in the ring. We're going to open it up for questions.
First question over.
No, también quiero, pues, ya lo he dicho muchas veces y quiero dar las gracias a mi equipo de trabajo. Eddie, Chepo, Reynoso, que siempre han estado conmigo desde los 13 años, de no saber nada a llegar a estas dimensiones en el boxeo. Estoy muy orgulloso de estar con ellos, aparte de ser grandes entrenadores, son como una familia para mí.
I've said this time and time again before. I want to thank my trainers, Eddie and Chepo Reynoso. They've taken me from nothing since I was 13 years old to the highest levels in boxing. And more than trainers, they are my family.
Y yo sé que después de esto vamos a seguir avanzando, vamos a seguir aprendiendo, porque Eddie siempre se preocupa por aprender cosas nuevas, por enseñarme cosas nuevas. Y yo, como el primer día que llegué al gimnasio, le sigo haciendo caso y eso me ha servido para llegar a donde estoy.
And I know that together we will keep moving forward, we will keep learning, because what I like about Eddie is that he's worried about learning. And me, I'm just like when I got there my first day to the gym. I'm always listening to them and taking note of their lessons.
Muchas gracias Eddie, Chepo. Y ahora pues también ya se unió con nosotros Raúl Arriola, que ha estado ahí, es un gran miembro del equipo y una persona humilde, disciplinada también, y eso es lo que queremos en el equipo. Muchas gracias, Raúl.
Also, thank you to Raúl Arriola. He's been there from a very beginning, and he's very disciplined, and that's what we need in our team. Thank you very much, Raúl.
All right, first question over here.
Straight back, Canelo. Congratulations on your victory tonight in a heck of a fight. My question for you, Abel Sanchez accused you of running in the first fight. He didn't let it go all through the promotion. Tonight, you obviously did not, I didn't think you ran, but you obviously did not make a counter-punching strategy. You stood in front of him, you stood in the pocket, you fought with him. Can you talk about how you guys came up with that idea to do that for this fight? Did he goad you into it, or did you just decide, you know what, I'm going to go for it and I'm going to fight this man toe to toe?
Sí, no fue mi plan. Como lo dije, quería buscar el knockout. Desgraciadamente no llegó. Tenía un rival muy fuerte también enfrente de mí, pero eso es lo que salí a trabajar, ¿no? A buscar el knockout. Desgraciadamente no llegó, pero tuvimos la victoria.
It was my plan from the beginning. At first,
Thank you much. I want to thank everyone and DAZN. This is the official call for Super World Champion Rocky Fielding, who will be taking on the middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez December 15th from New York City at the Madison Square Garden. And it'll be streamed live on DAZN. We're less than 15 days away for this major event with our new partners, DAZN. Fielding, obviously, world champion in his own right, has the opportunity of a lifetime, and to be able to take his career to the next level. This fight's very, very dangerous for Canelo. The stakes are high, but the fight fans are going to get the fight they want in a great, great action-packed fight. Again, this is going to be free. And I want to repeat that. We talked about it a little bit last week. You can watch it free on DAZN. The first month is free for anybody that's going to be a member or join DAZN. And for those of you that want to see it live, you can go to the Madison Square Garden box office, or you can call Ticketmaster at 866-858-0008, and obviously online at Ticketmaster.com, GoldenBoyTickets.com, and MSG.com. Before I introduce Team Fielding, I want to say thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tecate, the official beer of boxing, and Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle, Fred Loya Insurance, and the upcoming movie Miss Bala. Now, before I introduce Rocky and let him speak, I want to introduce a very important person in his team. This man was a fighter in his own right, but now he is recognized as one of the best trainers in the world. Please welcome trainer for Rocky Fielding, Jamie Moore. Jamie, can you say a few comments, please?
Hello, guys. Yeah, obviously, as you've been mentioning there, we've only got a couple of weeks now to the fight, so Rocky's training camp's been ideal, been perfect. Couldn't have gone any smoother. I know that's been said many, many times before, but you know, I truly believe that he's put the work in the camp that can get him the victory.
Great. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you very much. And now I'd like to introduce a fighter who has, like I said a little earlier, an opportunity of a lifetime on December 15th. Besides making his first defense of his title, he'll be making his United States debut, and he'll be fighting at the famed Madison Square Garden in New York City. Please welcome to the call WBA Super Middleweight World Champion Rocky Fielding. Rocky?
Thanks for having me on. Thank you. As you're saying, a massive fight for me. You know, at Madison Square Garden and a big challenge in Canelo Alvarez. And as Jamie said then, you know, training camp's gone great, going well. I've put everything into the camp. I've sacrificed everything. So it's gone well. You know, everything that we were putting in, it's going to pay off on December 15th.
Great. Thank you very much, Rocky. Thank you to Team Rocky. Now, operator, we can open it up to questions, please, from the media.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a question, you can press star then 1 on your touch-tone phone. Once again, if you have a question, it's star then 1 on your touch-tone phone. And I'm standing by for questions. We do have a question from Mike Woods. Mike, you can go ahead with your question.
Hi, Eric and Jamie and Rocky. Thanks for taking the time. My question is for Rocky and then Jamie. in the United States, we have a saying where we say that someone might have a quote-unquote puncher's chance to get the win. When someone is an underdog but has power, we say they have a puncher's chance to win. Rocky, do you have a similar saying in the United Kingdom, and would you agree that you have what it would be called a puncher's chance against Canelo, or would you call it something else?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I think everyone in the boxing world, that's what they all say, and we say it back here in the UK. Yeah, it's a puncher's chance, but I mean, I think it's like the timing of the shots and the punches and stuff like that, and you know, I'm a good fighter, a good boxer, so. You know, if that's what people want to say, I don't punch chance, then I'll let them. But December 15th, it'll show what chance I do have, and if it's a puncher's chance, then maybe. If it's not, then it's not. But it's just whatever happens on December 15th. But I'm prepared well, so I'll have to see what happens.
Well, Jamie, what do you say? Do you think Rocky has a puncher's chance or more than that?
Oh, absolutely has more than a puncher's chance. You know, I think the term a puncher's chance means that someone who can hit, but you know, he's relying on a bit of luck to land that shot. Whereas, you know, Rocky Fielding is much more of a rounded fighter than to sort of just go in there and rely and hope to land a lucky shot. He's a very intelligent fighter. He's underappreciated, I feel. I think that a lot of fighters, especially the ones who we spar, say you don't realise how good he is, or you know how unorthodox he is, and they certainly find that out on the night of the fight. So, you know, as much as Alvarez is gonna find out about that, we're going to ask him questions. You know, there's a lot of unanswered questions regarding him moving up to super middleweight. The height and reach advantage what Rocky's got is huge. How's he going to cope with those problems? Plus the fact that the size difference on the night. I know there's a 10-pound weight limit for the next morning, but the difference from that point in time until they actually get in the ring on the night is going to be massive. And you'll see when they come face to face in the middle of the ring, Rocky's going to be huge, an absolute huge specimen compared to Canelo. So we know how good a fighter he is, but there's a lot of questions what he needs to answer, and we're going to make him answer them.
Hey, very good stuff. Very well stated, guys. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Be well.
No problem. Thank you.
And our next question comes from Carlos Toro. You can go ahead with your question, Carlos.
Thanks, everybody, for taking time to talk to us. The first question is for Jamie, and if Rocky wants to give his thoughts as well. Obviously, Canelo Alvarez is a top pound-for-pound superstar. He's coming off the win against Gennady Golovkin. So the question is, how do you get sparring partners for Rocky and sort of try to prepare him for someone with the type of skill set that Canelo Alvarez has?
Well, it's obviously a very difficult task. You know, when you're talking about the elite level fighters at the top of the pound-for-pound list, then how do you sort of get sparring to match that? You really can't. You have to, in my opinion, you have to take out the best attributes what that fighter has, i.e. someone with a real sharp jab like Canelo. You'd want to get a sparring partner who has a real good jab, but then you've got to try and get the other different best parts of the attributes as well and cover those with different sparring partners, but you're never necessarily going to get all those covered with one sparring partner or maybe two. You have to sort of have a different range of it. Me personally, I like to do a lot of tactical work and drill different sort of the combinations or the punch selection which I feel will work in different fights. I'll pick that out early on in camp, and we'll drill it and drill it and drill it, because I like the fighter to understand what I want him to do on the night well in advance, and then by the time the fight comes around, we've drilled it that much that it becomes second nature. So as soon as he's in a situation, he responds to it, you know, without even thinking about it. And we nailed that down early on. You know, I've been a big fan of Canelo for many years, so it didn't take me that long to sort of pick up on his rhythm and his timing, his shot selection, the stuff he does well, the opportunities I feel where Rocky will get to him. We picked that out quite quick, and we've drilled it, and Rocky's just pulling off, you know, exactly as I would want him to do at this point in camp.
You know, Rocky, obviously, you've been fighting at super middleweight for far longer than Canelo Alvarez. Canelo has never really had like a proper fight at 168 pounds. How much do you think is going to be an advantage for you, already being accustomed to fighting bigger guys than what Canelo Alvarez has been used to throughout his career?
Yeah, that's like the ingredient of the fight I really wanted to see him. You know, I'm a big super middleweight, and he's, as you say, he's stepping up, and that's what makes it interesting to see, you know, how he is going to adapt to it and how he's going to be. But as I say, that's not the weight. I make the weight comfortable, and I'm okay at it. So you know, I haven't worried about that side how he's going to do, because I was going to focus on myself and see that I can get the best prepared for myself. And on the night, you know, the way on the night we'll see. But it's, you know, it makes up, it adds up. I'm just going to, you know, be a real, you know, as you say, he's all right, all around a really top fighter, and, you know, he brings that with him, as well as, you know, obviously moving up in the weight, he carries all that around. So it's going to be interesting to see from his last fight, and the 11 weeks we've had now, you know, the 8 pound step up, and, you know, where's it going to be? You know, it's going to be 8 pound of muscle in that short of time, so it'll be interesting to see and what weight he does come in at, and what weight he is in the next morning. So it'll be interesting all around. But I'm just fully focused on myself and how I make the weights and how I prepare, and then I make the weights and then I fight. That's how I'm preparing myself.
You know, and lastly, a question for Eric Gomez real quick, if he's still there.
Yes, I'm here.
You know, Eric, obviously jumping onto the zone with Golden Boy just soon after it unveiled in the U.S., you know, to some it may come with some risk and uncertainty. So when the opportunity to go on the zone and go full in on this project, what about that potential partnership made you and Golden Boy confident that this could work? Was it the zone's long-term vision? Was it getting ahead on the streaming service, the existing relationship they had with Matchroom Boxing, or was it any other factors?
No, obviously we believe in the product. We have tons and tons of data that we've compiled the last 3 years or so. And the landscape for television, and especially for sports and television, is changing. It really is changing. You know, the viewership on pay-per-views have been going down and down and down. When you have two massive fights back-to-back, Canelo versus Golovkin 1 and 2, and the online streaming services are outdoing the you know, linear pay-per-view, you know, it's very compelling. It's eye-opening. So I feel that, you know, the vision that Skipper has, John Skipper has for DAZN, and some of the plans they have that I can't really discuss at this time, we believe in them, and it's going to be the future.
All right, thanks everyone. Rocky, best of luck on December 15th.
Did y'all hear that? That's some important shit.
Thank you.
And once again, if you have a question, it's star then 1 on your touch-tone phone. And excuse me, Rocky Fielding has dropped off the call, so I'm going to dial back out to him, and I'll rejoin you in just a second.
I'm going to ask a question, guys. You might not be able to hear it. Give me 1 minute.
Rocky has rejoined us, and let me get back into the question queue. And our next question comes from Matthew Ryan. Matthew, you can go ahead with your question.
Rocky, good afternoon. Less than 2 weeks away from the fight. How much pressure or how big does this feel to you your first fight in the United States against Canelo Alvarez in Madison Square Garden. How much of that enters your mind, and have you taken stock yet that this is the biggest moment of your career?
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it all. This is what I'm in boxing for. This is what I've been doing boxing since I was 9 for these nights. Where I've come from with my background and where I started professional in a sports centre to fight at Madison Square Garden against the biggest name of boxing is unbelievable. And I'm not letting it get to me. I'm enjoying it. But I've just been concentrating fully on training and fully on Canelo these past 10 weeks. And as you're saying, it's getting closer now. But I'm enjoying it. I'm in a good place, and this is what we're in boxing for these nights. So yeah, it's a great buzz.
And off of that, a lot of people are looking at this fight for Canelo as a stepping stone fight for possibly a trilogy fight with Mayweather, a trilogy fight with Golovkin, or a rematch with Mayweather. How does that make you feel? Does that add any more fuel to your fire heading into December 15th? That's down to them, and in my eyes, you can't look past your next opponent, but it's up to them. I'm fully focused on Canelo, and that's all that matters to me. And it doesn't bother me what he's just signed the big deal and stuff, and good luck to him on it and everything. But I'm just, as I say, I'm just fully focused on Canelo, and whatever else goes on with him and the rest of any of the fighters or fights, it doesn't bother me. I've just got to be prepared and get ready for the 15th, and that's what I'm doing. Thanks, Rocky. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And once again, if anyone has a question, they can press star then 1 on your touch-tone phone. And our next question comes from Roddy Brooks. You can go ahead with your question.
Hi, I've got a question for Rocky. Hello? Yeah, I've got a question for Rocky. Hi there.
Yeah,
everyone in the UK certainly is probably focused on what Tyson Fury did in America last weekend. Do you feel like a little bit, in the public's perception, you're following that lead and you're going to put up a really good show so the British fans can be proud of what we can do over in America?
Yeah, definitely. And that was a big fight for Tyson Fury. I was over the moon, and we have like a little bit of a crazy history with me and Tyson. We both was in the ABA final together. We both went to Germany and won a world title. Now we're both got, he's been to America to fight for a world title, and I'm going to defend him. So it's a great little story. But yeah, he's had massive the past couple of days. The UK and everyone has been behind him, even the world, and it's a big inspiration. And yeah, I'm just, I've got good support coming over, as you're saying, and then hopefully, I'll give it everything on the night, and everyone, around the world, supports me on it, and I appreciate it at all.
Okay, good. Just one follow-up on that, Rocky. Would this be like the biggest thing for you so far in your career? And how do you think you'd feel if you actually beat Canelo?
Yeah, well, I'm the superstar, aren't I? And it's, as I said earlier on, it's every fight a dream for these nights, and I started in my pro debut in a leisure centre with a couple of hundred people, and I just worked hard for the last 8 to 9 years of my professional career, and I've had a lot of setbacks and outside the ring and stuff like that. So to be coming to Madison Square Garden and to fight the biggest name in boxing is unbelievable, and I'm going there prepared, and I'm going there to win. So that's all I can do. And yeah, as you say, if I wake up the next day and I'm the face of boxing, it'll be a great feeling.
That's great. Thanks very much, Rocky, and good luck for the weekend.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And And our next question comes from Michael Gross. Michael, you go ahead with your question.
Hello, how's it going, Rocky?
Hi, mate. So good.
Awesome. My first question is, what was your thoughts when the Canelo fight first came across your desk?
Before, Tony.
So what now?
What did you say? Sorry.
I said my first question is, what was your thoughts when the Canelo fight first came across your desk?
Yeah, well, it was, it was a big surprise, and, I don't think anyone expected for him to be stepping up to significantly. So, I just accepted this straight away. Jamie and Zane, they called me up and said, Canelo wants to fight you, and you want to step up, and I said, yeah, let's do it, and it's a massive challenge, and, let's do it, and, that was it. So, before it was, yeah, and that's it really, yeah, it's up for the challenge, and here it is.
Okay. Now, you went over to Germany to defeat Alvarez of the WBA. Is there anything that you can draw from that fight to kind of prepare you for coming over to America to fight Canelo?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously travelling away from home and getting the win like I did is a big achievement, especially in Germany where no one gave me a chance, and not many fighters get chances, and the scorecard is always dodgy. But as for like the whole thing, obviously it's a lot bigger. Even though the arena, the media, everything's a lot bigger. So, I mean, apart from that, it's a ring, and that's it. Wherever the ring is, you fight, and that's it. But yeah, I can take things from it as from travelling away from home and getting the win. And as I said, everything's just a lot bigger as the whole media and obviously the capacity that'll be in there on the night. So, but I'm going to enjoy it, and I can. This is the nights that we're in box before is for this, so I'm going to enjoy it all.
Now, earlier this year, Canelo had a hiccup with Avada testing. He popped clean for clenbuterol. Now, is Avada testing a part of this fight? And if it's not, do you guys have any concern about not a reoccurrence, but just is there any concern about the previous test?
Yeah, no, I mean, that I haven't looked into it, and I'm getting tested and stuff like. I've signed up with VADA, so that's it. I'm just concentrating on myself, and I'm not really looking into whatever the past has happened, really, to be honest. I'm just focusing on myself, and that's it. And whatever's happened in the past has happened, and that's it, really.
All right, my last question. In order for Rocky Fielding to beat Canelo, he must do what?
What Tyson said, he said, just punch him in the face dead hard until he goes down. No, I mean, yeah, I've worked on tactics with my coach Jamie for the past 11 weeks, and as I say, I'm just going to do what I've got to do, and I believe what we've worked on and what I can do can cause a lot of damage, and a lot more than what people are thinking. People are thinking I'm going there and that's me done in a round or two, but I'm not. I'm prepared well, and I'm prepared to give everything I've got. I believe in boxing will, the best fighter I fight, the best comes out of me, and having that fear factor and everything about it, and I'll thrive off it, and I'll perform well, and I'll give it everything I've got, and if I have to toe for toe, I will. If I have to, I'll box, and everything that we worked on with Jamie, it'll come off on December the 15th, and that's all I can do.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, Rocky, and good luck on the 15th.
Thank you very much.
And once again, if anyone has a question, they can press star, then 1 on your touch-tone phone. And we do have another question from Abraham Gonzalez. Abraham, you can go ahead with your question.
Yes, greetings, everyone.
I'm pressing star 1.
Rocky, quick question. When
I don't think it'll be able to go through it because of the program I'm using.
Was there a moment where you said to yourself, this is something I need to think about, take my time to make a decision, or did you know right away that you were going to accept the fight and this is exactly what you were looking for?
Yeah, you know, Jamie's there now on the phone. He can tell you. Jamie called me up and told me about the fight, and his first answer was, yeah, let's do it. What weight? And yes, straight away. And that was it. It was
the exact conversation. The exact conversation when Canelo Alvarez wants to fight you, and he went, serious? And I went, yeah. And he went, all right, let's do it.
All right,
So,
great.
He literally took it straight away.
I thought because
okay,
you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean there was no thing. You know, I mean, like I know who he is. I know everything. So as a fighter, and to be honest, if you can ask Eddie here, that every fight that he has ever presented to me,
that's what I want to ask.
Straight away, it's been a fight where I shouldn't have took or I didn't need to take, and he's presented it, and I just said yeah, because that's the fighter in me. That's what I don't like, saying no to fights. But this is obviously a guy who's the face of boxing, a pound for pound, and everything can. So why not? Like, yeah, straight away, you know, a massive challenge. Let me, you know, go in there and fight the best pound for pound, and go in there and do what I want to do and get the win. Then I'm the next superstar. So where I'm at in my career now, it was yeah, you know what I mean? I'm 31 and won a world title, and you want to be the best, you have to fight the best, and this is where I'm at.
Excellent. And then one last question: how has things changed, whether the fans or the media attention, or just how the attention that you're getting from the fans and the media before signing the fight and after? And do you feel like you're going to have a big support down in MSG on fight night?
Yeah, you know, obviously the media stuff is all obviously stepped up a lot bigger, and you know it's been non-stop. But we have had times where we've cut it off with the camp, you know, to get the training done and stuff. So we've handled that well, and yeah, you know, I'm getting stopped in the streets where I'm from and that, and people a lot more than what I usually would about the fights. You know, I'm getting great support. Everyone's, you know, supporting me, and I've got a couple of hundred coming over. You know, I've got, I'd say probably 800 to 1,000 coming over, and you know, you'll hear them more than the 15, 20,000 that'll be there. Do you know what I mean? So everything's been in that sense has been big, but I've been me. I've been going to the gym, doing my work, and then I've been coming home, getting me rest, and being a dad and looking after my kids, and then so everything's gone the way it always has, and as you say, from the media, it's just got a bit bigger, and you know, it's boxing. Obviously, it comes with doing fighting. So once I put the phone down from Jamie, and when I accepted it, I knew. I prepared myself for what was coming, you know, for the Twitter troll. I knew that was going to come. I knew all the media was going to come. So I had in my mind, and everything that I've had in my mind is how it's going now. And so I've took it all well, and I'm enjoying it. And this is what boxing, you know, being at the elite and top is about. So here I am.
Well, thank you for your time, gentlemen, and best of luck on the 15th.
Thank you.
And once again, if anyone has a question, they can press star then 1 on your touch-tone phone. And we do have a question from Vlad Lick. Go ahead, Vlad.
Hello, gentlemen. My first question is for Eric Gomez. Eric, can you talk a little bit about the planning and the thinking of bringing Canelo to Madison Square Garden, and kind of like what was the driving force for that? A lot of his big fights were in Las Vegas, and depending on the success and magnitude of the event in 2 weeks, do you think that we'll be seeing Canelo more often on the East Coast?
First of all, thank you for being on the call. You know, he's always wanted to fight in New York. He's always wanted to fight in New York. It seems like the last 3 years he's been talking to Oscar and myself about fighting in New York, and obviously at the Garden. He's a big fan of Muhammad Ali, idolizes Muhammad Ali, and you know, just to fight really at the Mecca of boxing, where all the greats have fought. Oscar fought there a couple of times ago. It was something that he's always wanted to do. So, you know, we're very excited. We're extremely excited that we were able to squeeze in one more fight in December after having such a tough fight in September with Golovkin, the rematch. So, you know, for him, it's going to be a great experience. And yes, of course, we're open to coming and doing more fights in New York. No problem. You know, everything seems to be going well, smooth. Ticket sales are great. We're expecting a sellout. And if everything goes as planned, why not?
Great. Thank you, Eric. Next question is for Jamie. Is there any strategy on your part to perhaps take the fight into deep waters? Do you feel that you have a better shot the longer the fight goes?
Is that a question to me? Sorry.
Yes, Jamie.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think we have to do that, no. I think, would it go in our favour? I think maybe. I think the size advantage and the longer the fight goes, especially if it's a physical fight, then that could definitely play in our hands. But Rocky, I don't think Rocky's record really tells the tale of how hard he punches. And although Canelo's shown that he's got a great chin against Golovkin's power is very much a sort of raw power, whereas Rocky's, a lot of it is based off timing, the timing of his shots, and the reason his record doesn't really suggest how hard he hits. A lot of the guys you box early on who sort of go in there to survive, you can't get the shots off with timing. So they're probably able to fiddle the way through against somebody with the sort of power Rocky had. So to answer your question, I think Rocky is capable of finishing the fight any time. He really does carry that sort of power. But the longer the fight goes, you know, tactically we've set a game plan out there that, you know, by the sort of middle rounds, Rocky should have a real foothold in the fight. And then if it plays out the way I believe it's going to play out, then it'll be our fight to lose.
Great. Thank you, Jamie. And my final question is for Rocky. We've seen Golovkin hit Canelo pretty clean with some big shots that probably would have dropped other fighters, and Canelo was able to withstand it and come back and throw his own shots. Does that change anything for you in terms of your preparation for the fight, whereas maybe you're looking at different techniques and strategies to not be able to necessarily have to stop Canelo, but be able to outbox him or do something with timing?
Yeah, like you say, you know, off the court to the shots, he took it well, and I think it's all about the timing and how you get the shot is what does damage, the shots that you don't see when you're down. So I've just been working on what I'm good at and what we think will do the job, and you know, you look at, I say, we said my record is time with the shot when I've got the stoppages and that, so it was on the night, I don't know, we'll see, I don't know, I don't know, it's got a different kind of shot, that what you get off on the night and the time and things, and, you know, I believe that
Come on, Rocky. We can't hear you, bro. Get together.
So, we worked on all kinds. So,
you can definitely take a shot better when you see it coming, or anticipate it, or ride it. And I think the big right hand's what he took by Golovkin. Obviously, they're powerful shots, but he did see him coming and he sort of rolled it and he took the sting out of the shot. So, which is obviously a great attribute of his. But game, you know, a good part of his style is that he hits you with shots you don't see coming, and they're the ones that do the real damage. So there is a difference between the shots what Golovkin was hitting him with and the shots what I anticipate Rocky will hit him with.
Great. Thank you, gentlemen. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And once again, if anyone has a question, you can press star then 1 on your touchtone phone.
Come on, Jamie Moore. Get inside.
And we have no more questions at this time.
I had a question. Damn it.
And we have no more questions at this time. Does anyone have any final comments? All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes today's conference. Thank you for participating.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that? What's up, though? What are y'all doing? I'm not even ready. I'm not even ready. What in the hell was that? Whatever. You know, it comes with the territory. It comes with honestly, I forgot that media call was today up until about maybe 3 hours ago. I didn't want to do no video. It's been a long weekend. Very successful weekend, but nonetheless a long weekend. You know what the fights of the week are? This week is Loma versus Pedraza. Here, let's go look at it real quick. We ain't doing shit, right? Let's go look at it. First of all, do you mind if I fix some shit in the background? Let me fix some shit. My presentation is all messed up. Hold up. Let me fix some shit real quick. But what's up? What's going on with y'all? Just shoot some random shit off in the chat. Hold up. Hold up. I'm fucking up. I'm fucking up. Shoot some random shit off in the chat so we can talk. That was a disaster of a media call. No, I've seen worse, actually. I've seen a lot worse. I've been on a lot worse. So that ain't shit compared to I've been on some worse. On some worse calls. Remember Wilder shit, even though people say he be preaching, his shit is much better. Isn't the Gail Eubank? What? What? No, Chris Eubank Jr. is over here somewhere. He's over here now. With his pop. They're about to sign with Al Heyman. What was I looking for? What was I looking for? Oh, the schedule. I got to update. I'm not supposed to be doing any videos today because I got to update my website. Let's go look at the schedule. Media cards aren't stupid. Like if they do them right. Damn, this shit is all fucked up. I don't know what I did. All my screens are all over the place. Hey, let's go to ESPN. All right, so let's go down. Let's go down this week. Gary Spike O'Sullivan fight on us on Friday. I wonder if there's going to be like a stream for this somewhere, some off-brand card. So here's the fights. Damn, I didn't get nothing for this. I didn't get nothing for this card. Here's the off-brand fights. We got Loma versus not off-brand. I'm tripping. We got Loma versus Pedraza, top rank on ESPN, along with Isaac Dogbay, Teofimo Lopez. I'm looking forward to this card. Then of course you got Kell Brook versus that male exotic dancer. Kell Brook's gonna have a good time with that. Juno Carroll versus oh man, I gotta learn how to pronounce his name. Josh Kelly's back against David Evanesians. Kid Galahad Nice little DAZN card. Not nothing special. But nice little DAZN card. Then you got the HBO card. We got credentials to this. So, and also it's the last HBO card. Cecilia Bracus versus Lopez. Juan Francisco Estrada versus Victor Mendez. Clarissa Shields. I'm sure she's probably going to try to confront Cecilia Bracus sometime this week. Stay tuned this week for the final press conference. We're going to find it somewhere. The WBC streamed it last time, so we're going to go with them. Hopefully we can get it from them. Probably on Wednesday or Thursday. I got the fight week schedule. I just got to go look at it. And yeah, those are the fights of the weekend. And then remember, next week is Canelo Fielding, along with Gilberto Ramirez, Jesse Hart, Daniel Dubois versus Razvan Kujanu. Remember him. The Canelo versus Fielding card is Canelo versus Fielding, David Lemieux versus Turiano Johnson, Tevin Farmer versus Francisco Fonseca. That hasn't been confirmed. I don't know why ESPN has that still up there. I think I have it up on mine too. Has this been confirmed? I don't remember this being confirmed. Saddam Ali versus Mauricio Herrera, Ryan Garcia. This guy's pretty cool. He beat up the Hebrew Hammer on the undercard of Lemieux, Saunders versus Lemieux. Solid card. Then you got Joseph Parker. I wonder if ESPN Plus is going to pick this up. That's going to be really, really early in the morning, like the Anthony Mundine fight. Yeah, I think Ali going to get outworked. Outworked like a motherfucker. We got a lot of fights. December is crazy. Look at December 22nd. They even like giving us work on Christmas week with the Josh Warrington called Frampton card, the Charlo card, Dylan White, Derek Chisora, Masayuki Ito, Donnie Nietes versus Oka. I'm gonna be work. Oh no, this is the next week. I'm gonna be working my ass off, and then Floyd Mayweather versus Nasukawa Tenshin, Rising to 14. We got that coming up on New Year's. It's crazy. But honest to God, truth, I really don't want to talk about Wilder versus Fury, but I know I got to. I got to do a video on it later on today. And then, you know what the way things work. I got to do, close it out. Probably like another 10 videos to go before we can move on. I don't never like beating shit into the ground. Pause, no homo. I don't like doing videos over and over and over again. So I'm hoping next week. Hold on, my shit is about to freeze up a little bit. Going to Fritz. There we go. I'm hoping next week can be all over because, you got Canelo versus Fielding. And that's another 50 videos I got to do. Next week, 40 to 50 videos. So we got to wait for the pay-per-view buys to come out. Tyson Fury did go on. That All Access epilogue is going to be fucking fire. That joint's going to be fire. So, yeah, I got to do that video. It's going to be busy. So, yeah, I got to do the All Access epilogue, the fucking pay-per-view buys, final ticket sales numbers. Will the rematch happen? So I got about another maybe 7 to 10 videos before I can finally fucking move on from it. That's usually how it is with all big fights. It's not like my system's been the same for like a long ass time. We ain't gonna keep talking about Wilder and shit and Fury because that's the new hot storylines now. I'm not gonna be doing no fucking Fury videos every fucking day. Every time he say something or do something, no. It's too much boxing, man, to be doing that shit. I was tired as shit yesterday. I was tired as shit. So, we're going to wrap up this saga nicely, and then we're going to move on. We're going to wrap up this saga and move on. But honestly, I think that Rocky Fielding obviously has a chance because he's bigger than Canelo. And will his power carry up to 168 pounds? I wanted to ask a question. I got to figure out how the program that I'm using to record and stream the media calls, if I push on the dial pad, because they say push star, I want to ask a question, it doesn't register through because normally you'll have a prompt like doo-doo-doo, your question has been added to the queue. So I'm going to make sure that's taken care of before the next media call, which will likely be Pac Broner. They'll do one for Pacquiao one day and another one for Broner. No, the Charlos. The Charlos first. The Charlos are going to have a media call coming up. And probably Dominic Breazeale. So I'm going to make sure. What question would you have asked? I would have asked him. I would actually ask Jamie Moore, what can they improve on from Liam Smith? For example, what if Canelo's power does not carry up to 168? So then Canelo may have to rely on volume punching because he won't be able to knock Rocky Fielding out to the body. Remember, going up top, Canelo is listed at 5'9", but he's about 5'7". Trust me, he's about 5'7". So the question is, he's going to have to be punching up if he's going to go for a knockout. Just like, remember, with Deontay Wilder was having some issues punching up. So if Canelo can't knock Rocky Fielding out to the body, then, or knock him out, or have trouble going upstairs, then I expect for him to try to dominate on points. And he's going to have to fucking use the ring. Rocky Fielding is 6'3", legitimate 6'3". He is very tall. So I'm thinking that Rocky Fielding is going to have to, you know, cut off the ring if Canelo power don't carry up, because then Canelo, he's also shown us that he can move. Remember years ago, not even years ago, just a few years ago, Canelo was viewed as a flat-footed pressure fighter that had issues with boxers. He was kind of typecast. Like, well, you put him against a boxer. Before he fought Erislandy Lara, after Floyd Mayweather and then Austin Trout, Erislandy Lara, people were like, okay, Canelo's boxing skills, he's a flat-footed pressure fighter. Put him in there against a boxer, he's going to have some issues. However, now we know that Canelo was the total package. He can move, he can dance, he can box. Before, he used to be fighting in three-punch burst. A lot has changed with Canelo, but also Rocky Fielding has to know. When you look at the open scoring cards, they were open scoring when he fought Austin Trout. When you look at the Erislandy Lara cards, when you look, even though I had him beating Erislandy Lara, my opinion, I still get slaughtered for it to this day. Even when you look at the Floyd Mayweather cards, look at Golovkin in both fights. Do not leave it up to the cards when it comes to Canelo. Do not leave it up to the cards. You can be winning every single. Don't leave it up to the cards. So therefore, Rocky Fielding's game plan is to go in there is to get the knockout or get knocked out. You're not getting the cards, bro. Unfortunately, that's how dirty and perverse boxing is. Canelo can box. Yeah, Canelo can really, he's gotten he's gotten a lot. He's still growing. We're seeing new shit. We're seeing new shit. Last fight, he didn't run against Golovkin. He held his ground. I don't say fighters run. I'm just using that term because, you know, a lot of y'all was using it. He didn't move and be evasive. He stood there and say, okay, I tasted your power the first fight. This fight, I'm going to stand here and outbox you, which he did. No. Boxing cards. See, here's I'm not going to get into it because I got to really, it's part of the subject of my next video on Wilder versus Fury. So I'm not going to waste it here. But there's this narrative going around that cards are just fucked up in the United States. Cards are fucked up all over the place. It's just that the people that are saying the cards are fucked up usually don't watch all of the fights where you're seeing these guys getting robbed. Remember, you know, God, you know, bless, you know, God, Adonis Stevenson, he's doing well. Even though he's got a dark ass fucking history, still, when it comes to somebody's life, you know, I don't play around with that shit. But nonetheless, they was going to rob Alexander Volzdik. If you look at those cards, it's like that everywhere. Look what happened at a recent Eddie Hearn. I forgot what fight it was. Undercard fight. Motherfucking Khalil Yafai. Who did he fight again? I covered the fight. I forgot the guy's name. I forgot the damn guy's name. And he ran out the ring. British McHallion was a bad decision. Yafai Gonzalez. Like, it happens all over. But see, y'all don't talk about that. Y'all like, it's a big fight. And it's Wilder. And then people inject that race narrative in it. Like, it's not like that. Israel Gonzalez. It's not like that, man. Like boxing it has issues with the cards everywhere. Not just the United States. But if you're in the United States, don't fuck with Canelo. And also, we noticed that Wilder's got some protection, too. We've learned now that, you know, Wilder's got some power behind him. He's got real power. Matchroom and Eddie be corrupt. Nah, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Because if that's the case, you can say all promoters are corrupt. Because all of them have had their fighters saved from dodgy ass decisions. Or been given dodgy decisions. I cover all of these fights. I've covered every single controversial decision in boxing on YouTube. Maybe give or take a few. I cover all of those. So you can say in that aspect, I'm somewhat of an expert. Because I watch those fights and I do those videos live. My reaction be live. Like I'll be sitting here like, oh shit, I'll put my hat on, you know, to cover my bald head. I'll take my brush my beard down, you know, and I'll be like, up, you know, take something to drink, and I'll be like, up, before that final bell ring, I click record, and I'll be sitting here like, we're here live real time. I don't know what them cards going to look like, but they probably going to, you know, we do that. So I've seen it many times across the world, the globe. Not to mention how many times I see people flop. So Rocky Fielding can't leave it up to the cards. Not coming over. Come on. But I really want to see. You got to think that Canelo's going to be testing himself as well, because he's going to want to, if he can campaign at 168 pounds. Did the stream stop? Weird. Weird. What the fuck was that? What the hell just happened? I don't know what just happened. MSG wants to know your location. What the fuck just happened?